Hey friends, welcome to your yoga class. I am so glad that you are here. So if you are enjoying these classes, I hope you will check out Blue Mala. So that is my yoga, meditation, mental wellness website. It is a pay what you can membership. So you pay the monthly fee that makes the most sense for you. You have access to live yoga classes with me every week, live meditation classes with me every week, plus hundreds of classes on demand for whenever you have time to do those practices. Plus, it's an awesome community and it's just a really fun place to hang out. So I hope you will check that out and join us. Thank you for being here for this practice today. We are going to start down in child's pose. So make your way down onto the mat. Maybe you want to take your knees wide here. Lift through the heart to start, and then drop that upper body down. So it does not matter how close your hips are to your heels here. If this is hard on knees, ankles, hips, you can always flip over onto your back and just tuck your knees in towards your chest. That works great too. So as we go through this practice, remember you can modify anything you would like. You do not have to do a single thing that I say here. This is your practice. This is your body. You are the expert. So maybe try to deepen the breath here. Maybe relaxing the jaw a little bit, maybe a little shift side to side. Good. Just landing here on the mat. Letting your mind focus on what is happening in this present moment. Take a deep breath in. And a long exhale. Good. One more breath in right here. And as you exhale, coming up to find that tabletop pose, we're going to warm up the spine here. So those wrists are right underneath the shoulders, pressing all 10 fingers into the mat. So take those fingers wide, creating a wide base with the hands. And the knees go underneath the hips, tops of the feet pressing down. So we're going to drop that belly down on the inhale, gaze going up, tailbone up, breathe in. And then exhale, dropping that head, pressing those shoulder blades all the way up to the sky. Nice. Inhale, drop belly down, gaze up. And then exhale, reversing that belly button to the spine. Nice. One more time in both directions here. So tailbone drawing up, gaze up. And then exhale. Good. Push that mat away, doming that upper back. Nice. Coming through central, find that neutral spine. And then let's take that right leg back. So toes on the mat to start. And then you just want to work that weight forward and back. So you're warming up and stretching that calf muscle on the right side. Did you just hear my ankle crack right there? Yeah, clearly I need this. So with popping joints, they can be really noisy and it's totally okay as long as there's no pain. Nice. All right, take that right leg and draw it over towards the left. So maybe you're crossing over that left leg. And then work to look over that left shoulder. So you're looking to feel that stretch in the right side body here. Good. Be careful with the neck. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, coming back through center. Kick that right leg back for just a moment. Squeeze the bum, engage through the core. Take a deep breath in. Nice. Draw that right knee down. Let's take that left foot back. So toes are on the mat. We're going to work into that calf muscle again, shifting forward and back. No popping on the side, apparently. All right, taking that left leg and hopping it over towards the right this time. So drawing those toes down on the ground, and then seeing if you can look over that right shoulder, looking for that foot. Feeling that deep stretch in the left side body this time. Try not to let that left hip drop way down towards the mat, trying to keep those hips level. Nice. Breathe in here and breathe out. Good. Draw that leg back towards the center. Let's kick that heel back again. So lots of strength through that left leg. Core is engaged. Squeeze the bum. Hold here. 3, 2, and 1. Excellent work bringing that knee down. Maybe take those knees wide, hips back, child's pose. Bend up those elbows and then just circle the wrists a little bit. Sometimes being on the wrists that long can cause some stress in those wrists, so we just want to work that out. Nice. Come back and find that tabletop pose for just a moment. And then we're going to work that right foot forward. So right foot comes forward. You can always reach down, grab that ankle, help it forward. And then send those hips forward. So we want an alignment with the knee and the ankle where they are either knee right above ankle or knee behind ankle. So this situation gets really uncomfortable for the knee. So working to find that sense of alignment. Hands on either side of that foot. If you have yoga blocks, this is an excellent time to use them here. Or you can bring the hands up on the knee if you don't have blocks and prefer to find that lift in the heart. So sending hips forward, dropping the shoulders down wherever you are with the hand positioning. Deepen the breath here. Good. Relax the jaw. See if you can focus the mind on just this next breath in. Good, long exhale. Nice. Draw those hands down if they were lifted and send hips back. So this gets into the hamstrings, bringing those toes up, and then maybe the knee goes straight, maybe it doesn't. Does not matter. Take a little bow over that leg. Good. So again, blocks can be really useful here. Draw that chest down and breathe into that intense sensation in the hamstring. Hamstrings get very tight on us. It's okay. We just work with it. Good. One more breath right here. See if you can draw that right hip back a little bit. Good. Breathe in. And breathe out. Nice. Bend up that knee and walk those hands forward. Good. And now here at the end, if you'd like, it's an option to reach those hands up onto the knee or reach the arms all the way up to the sky. Sending those hips even more forward. Good. Maybe you get into a little back bend here. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. Nice. Hands come down. Let's switch those legs out. So right leg comes back. Left leg forward. Again, let's work on that alignment. Ankle, knee. Maybe the knee is behind the ankle. That's great. Sending those hips forward. If the knee that is back is giving you a hard time, you can always put a towel, a blanket underneath there for some padding. So hands can stay right here on the mat, on blocks or on that knee. So find what works. Focusing on that stretch in the front of that right hip here. Good. Beautiful. One more breath here. And let that go. Nice. Slowly, slowly, drawing those hips back. Toes come up to point towards the sky. And feel that stretch moving into the hamstring. Little bow over that leg. Find that stretch. So it's one of those things about life that everything changes. Nothing stays the same forever. And sometimes that is very comforting, and sometimes that is terrifying. But it is always true. So if this is feeling spicy, frustrating, know that this sensation will change. This too shall pass. Good. One more breath here. Nice. Good. Walking those hands forward, bend up that left knee. Let's take that lift. So the hands maybe come to the knee. Maybe they reach all the way up, sending hips forward. A little back bend. Good. Breathe in. And breathe out. Good. One more breath, trying to lift out of the waist. And then exhale, hands come down. Awesome job. Draw that knee back. Take those knees wide. Child's pose and breathe. Excellent job. See, it changed. Good. Breathe in here. And breathe out. Excellent. Finding that tabletop. Let's make our way to standing. We're going to come into downward dog first. So taking those knees underneath the hips, maybe drawing the hands a little farther away from the knees. Tuck those toes, deep breath in, hips come up and back. Good. So send those hips high. Heels draw down towards the ground. They can be up in the air. That is absolutely fine, but they're just getting a tiny little bit closer to the ground. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, bend those knees and walk all the way up towards the hands. Good. Feet go hip width distance. And then bend those knees a lot as you roll all the way up to standing. Roll those shoulders down the back. Palms face forward. Just get tall here for a moment. Maybe you want to bring the hands to heart center for a moment of intention, gratitude, just acknowledgement that you are here. Nice. Breathe in. Exhale. Excellent job. Release those hands down. Take one more deep breath. Get really tall here. And let it go. Good. So you're standing on your mat. The hands are going to come to the hips. So your feet are hip width distance. You're going to lift through the heart and then sit those hips down. Utkatasana, awkward pose, because it's awkward. It's like you're sitting in a chair behind you that's not actually there. So sitting those hips down, Feet are hip width distance. And then you can release the hands so the hands can come to heart center. You can reach them out in front of you. You can reach them up to the sky. Whatever feels good for that hand positioning, make sure the shoulders are dropped away from the ears. And then tuck your tailbone just a tiny little bit. So you're drawing those lower core muscles in to protect the low back. And then maybe sit down just a little bit lower. The legs are going to shake. That's good. That's what we want. That is that challenge that will bring about that change. The weight is in the heels. You could pick up your toes and wiggle them. Good. Take a deep breath here. And exhale, stand it up. Palms face forward, arms down by your sides. Breathe. And just notice here, notice how it feels to be in your body. Nice. Breathe in and breathe out. Good. We're going to do that one more time with a twist. So feet are hip width. So that means about like 6 inches. It's actually wider than a lot of people think. You want 6 inches between your big toes. Starting with hands on the hips, heart lifts, and then when you're ready, sit those hips down. So you don't have to go to like 90 degrees or anything. Sometimes that's really hard on your knees if you have finicky knees like I do. So just sit down a little bit. Shoulders drop down. This time hands are going to come to heart center. Good. So find that seat. Take a deep breath in. And then take a little twist towards the right. So maybe that left elbow comes all the way to hook over the right knee. Looking up if that feels okay. And then come back through center. Stand all the way up. Reach up. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, sink down in, hands to heart center, knees bend into Utkatasana, and then take that twist in the other direction. So maybe elbow hooks over that knee, looking up over the shoulder, and then slowly back through center, stand it up. We will do one more time on each side. Nice, sink down, get really deep here. And then find that twist. Good. Coming back through center, stand it up. Last time, last side, sink it down. And twist. Nice. Coming back through center, stand it all the way up here. And then release those hands, maybe hand to heart, hand to belly. Breathe. If that heart rate is racing, deepen and slow each inhale and exhale. That will help slow down your heart rate. Beautiful. Take a deep breath. And let that go. Great job. All right, let's take a seat on the mat. So sitting down here, I'm going to face towards you so you can see me a little bit better. We're going to work on something called cow face pose. So that is something that is great for the hips. So we're going to start with the right knee down, and then that left leg is going to come over the right somewhere. It does not really matter. Wherever it feels okay is great. From here, we're going to try to let that top knee come down towards that bottom leg. So there are tons of options here. You can bring that ankle over to the knee and then draw it down. If it stays way up here, totally fine. Don't stress about it. It's just looking at what we can do to work with the body today. If you're pressing on the knee, you are doing so incredibly gently. We do not mess with knees. If you have a little more flexibility in the hips, you can look at stacking knee on top of knee. And then wherever you're at with the stack of the legs, if you want more, you can shift that upper body forward. So we're looking for the stretch in the outside of the hip connected to the leg that is on top. Sometimes yoga gets a little pretzel-like. It's good for the brain to work with our proprioception, our idea of where our body is in space. So no need to get frustrated. It's just yoga. Good, one more breath here. Nice. Slowly coming up, let's switch the legs out. So the left leg is down this time, and right leg comes on top. So maybe it is here, maybe it is here, maybe it is here. Find what works for you. And then if you need more sensation here, you shift that upper body forward. You can bring the hands wherever it makes sense to support you in that. So then looking for the stretch in the outside of this right hip this time. Good. So yoga is all about meeting you wherever you are. So whether this class so far has been super easy or feeling impossible for you, great. You're in the right place. It's all about connecting with the breath, working with the ego, all those stories we create in the mind. Just being right here. One more breath. Nice, slowly coming up. Beautiful. Drawing those legs out in front, maybe dancing them out a little bit. Bend, straighten those knees. Excellent job. Lie down on the mat. So gently making your way down onto the mat. Let's draw both knees into the chest. Maybe a little side to side, a little circle action going here with those knees. You get a little low back massage happening. Nice. Now draw those arms out to the side and then let those knees fall down to the right. Maybe your gaze goes left. So we're just getting a spinal twist here. Bringing the heart rate down. Slowing the breath down even more. Good. See if you can press both hands into the ground. Use those core muscles to slowly draw the knees in to center. And then slowly let them come over to the other side. Gaze goes right. So just noticing where your attention is going if you've already left the mat and moved on with the rest of your day, week, life. See if you can stay here just a little longer. Nice. When you are ready, bring those knees back into the chest, slowly, slowly engaging those core muscles. Hug those knees in. Maybe draw the head up and tuck in and try to be as tiny, tiny, tiny as you can get here. Deep breath. And on the exhale, let everything go and find your Shavasana resting pose. So maybe arms and legs are out long. Maybe it feels better to have your knees bent. Maybe it feels better to lie on your side, on your belly, or just to sit up. Totally good. You did it. Your only job now is to fully rest. Relax the body as much as possible and focus the mind on this next inhale. If there is tension anywhere in the body, see if you can bring some softness, some ease there. See if you can let this next exhale be just a little bit longer. If the mind is wandering, just draw it back. It doesn't have to be a big deal. Excellent job. Maybe starting to deepen your breath a little bit more here. Maybe starting to wiggle the fingers, maybe pressing the thumb into the first finger, second finger, third finger, pinky, and circling those wrists a little bit. Maybe reaching arms up overhead, taking a big stretch. Beautiful. You can either stay right there or bring yourself up to a seated position. And maybe just taking a moment here to revisit if you set a moment of gratitude, a moment of intention earlier in class, going back to that. Reminding yourself why you came to the mat today. maybe a moment of acknowledgement of what a big deal it is that you took the time to take care of yourself so you can take care of everything else. Deep inhale. And let that go. Thank you so much for coming to the mat today. It is always my honor to lead you through your practice. May you be well, be safe, be happy, be healthy, and live with peace. Namaste. Thank you so much. I'll see you back here soon. Bye. For more meditation and yoga, check out bluemala.com.